Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, KingStix. Gonna be showing you how to play Ezreal Jungle, and no, it's not troll. It's actually quite strong. What you need to know about Ezreal Jungle is it's extremely powerful early, especially if you get any kind of early gold. You just snowball super hard. So I actually got to this game late, so I'm not gonna reset here. But normally you'd want to ward the enemy's buff and then reset and get Oracle Lens. But I got to the game a little late. So Ezreal Jungle, you don't want to do golems or raptors in your first clear. You take too much damage and it takes too long. You want to focus on buffs, ganks, scuttle crabs, and killing the enemy jungler. You normally want to pick it when they have something like a Zac or a Malphite jungle, something that's very slow, and you can start red buff, gank, and then rush down their buff. So in this case, I see Ezreal isn't starting on his red, so I'll probably end up over there to kill him. And for the runes, we have Conqueror, and then we have free boots. Conqueror is actually insanely OP on Ezreal Jungle, and having the free boots makes a big difference. We're going to go mid, take E at level 2, Q at level 1. And Ezreal's level 2 gank is actually extremely powerful, so check this out. I don't know why this guy's playing so far back. We're going to E right into him, hit him with our autos. Oh, he flashed. You see, we did a lot of damage and we didn't even hit him with Q. Even if we hit him with Q, we wouldn't have killed him, but still. Getting his flash is big for our laner. Graves still isn't here, so we'll look for a gank before we go to fight him. I think they know I'm here. I'm going to hit my refillable potion. Alright, there he is. He's finally here. He doesn't have red buff, so I can actually fight him. He has 8 CS. That means he did Gromp in blue. He still hasn't taken red. I guess he's going in for a gank. Okay, now he's coming. Dude's an actual freaking goofball. Alright, we're right on top. Hit him with our autos. Hit him with our Q. I think Silas is here. Yeah, Silas is definitely here. I don't know what Xerath's doing. Oh, got it. 𝐒𝐿 OP, dude. I still have my Q. Alright, he's out. It's fine. We'll just take his golems. We still have our... Ooh, I think we might get this guy, actually. EQ, he's dead. And I almost just died to minions. That was really close. So now at this point, we would normally back since we're super low, but since Graves is super low, we're actually going to go for Scuttle Crab real quick because he's going to reset. So we're going to take Scuttle, Q it, auto. And Ezreal is, as you can see, super strong in these kind of fights. Red buff level 2 Ezreal is, honestly, it's probably better than red buff level 2 Graves. Especially if Graves goes phase rush, he can't even solo you since you went Conqueror. So now we're level 3. We're going to take a second point in our Q. Damn it, that thing didn't die. There we go. So we're going to take a second point in our Q. The Scuttle's ruining our day. And we're ready to fight the Silas. We just need to hold on to our E so he doesn't kill us. And we should be fine. Dude's playing super far back. Alright, there we go. Baited him out. Gonna E right on top and he's dead. Since he was already stunned, we opened up with Q and then we just E'd in. If he wasn't stunned, since he had already used his dash and his stun, we would have closed the distance first before we started just blowing out Qs like that. I'm not going to stay since it's not 5 minutes. The turret's taking no damage. Mid and top turret take half damage before the 5-minute mark. We're going to reset. And we still have our blue side up. We're going to go for Red Smite Warrior on Ezreal. You don't even want Mana Moon. It's not really worth it. It's best to just go for Red Smite. Make sure you have your Oracle Lens. And you're going to want to get your Long Sword. Also get a Pink Ward. So here, we're going to go top lane. And keep pressuring it. We don't really want to go back bot lane. Graves is going to take in this Scuttle. We want to just stay and mostly vertical jungle on Ezreal. You don't do much horizontal jungling. And since I have my blue buffs, if my blue buff wasn't up, I would have just done golems and cleared up. But since my blue buff's up, there's really no reason to. And the nice thing about Ezreal Jungle compared to like Twitch or Graves is Ezreal's passive is super useful for farming because you get a bunch of attack speed. Right now we have 4 stacks. Every time you hit something with this spell, now we're at 5, which is the max. You get a bunch of bonus attack speed. Get your W at level 4. You can only use your W on turrets, champions, and legendary monsters. Gonna kill that, and we're gonna push up. Heimerdinger has a lot of pressure, which is likely to get ganked, so it's smart for us to hang out around here and farm. Gonna go for his golems. Okay, none of this is warded. I'll lay it there just in case someone comes up. Graves is obviously in my jungle or farming his bot side. That's okay. So we're getting his jungle, and we have a lot of pressure top right now, so if anyone does come up here, it'll be a big mistake for them. A bunch of attack speed. This is why Ezreal's so dangerous, and this is why we also go for Bloodline. I actually accidentally went for Alacrity, but normally you're supposed to go Bloodline on Ezreal Jungle. Alacrity is better for early ganks, but the Bloodline makes you a lot tankier. Nearly killed him there. Emphasis on nearly. We're just going to chunk the turrets down now. We'll get a plate or two. Use our W on it. And our W refreshes your passive as well, which is nice. Oh, I tried to refresh it on the minion, but I missed my Q. Now my passive ran out, so I have way less attack speed. And whenever you W a turret, it gives you a stack of your passive, which is really nice. Okay, we're going to go ahead and reset. Our red buff is up. We should have gone back there right on our red buff spawn. Hopefully Graves didn't take it. There's a chance, but hopefully he didn't. On Ezreal, you're going to be playing mostly around buffs, scuttle crabs, and kills. You mainly want to make sure you're getting off a level 2 cheese gank. There's Graves. He doesn't have red buff, so you know he didn't take mine. Because, yeah, Ezreal's level 2 gank is insane. It's arguably better than a Twitch level 2 gank, since Ezreal does more damage. And his E actually, like, the damage on it's really, really big. I'm going to farm this away from Graves. We have more items than him. Don't really want to fight him, though, because I'm missing a little bit of health. I want to get this red buff. It looks like he took my raptors. That's funny. I'm going to go ahead and get my... I already have a pink word laid, so I'll just hold on to this. We're going to red smite him, stay on him with our autos. I can't reach him. Graves' red buff is up, though, so I can push into it and take it. I'm going to get level 6 here on these raptors first. Or at least try to. I think the reason I also did that is that Darius was missing for like 8 seconds, so I thought he might come for this. So I didn't want to just walk into Darius. I'm going to go kill Darius after this red buff. I could just stay and kill Graves, though. He shouldn't have any more items than me still because he doesn't have any kills. So we'll go kill him. Play around buffs, primarily red buffs, scuttles, and ganks, guys. He's trapped under turret. Yeah, he's dead. We're going to go ahead and pull away from this spot. Hit him with the WQ, hit him with the red smite, hit him with another Q. Hit him with another Q. EQ. we want to Q the minions to get our E off of cooldown here. Our Q when it comes off of cool. Oh, looks like Silas is mid. I thought Silas was roaming, so I was trying to get my E off of cooldown. Whenever you hit something with your Q, it peels 1.5 seconds off of everything else. So whenever you land your Q, all your other cooldowns go down by 1.5 seconds. So if your ulti's on cooldown, your E's on cooldown, just start pounding stuff with your Q. Really, really big. 1.5 seconds doesn't seem like much, but it even lowers your Q by 1.5 seconds, which is nice. We're going to go ahead and get this Herald. We have our full passive stacks up, lots of attack speed, so we'll kill it really, really fast. Bloodline's much better on Ezreal in the late game. If you go for Alacrity, it's still really strong, but... Like it's definitely stronger early game, but late game you'll be a little bit weaker. If you build Bork, though, it shouldn't matter too much anyway, since Bork applies... Your Q applies the Bork on hit effect. So as long as you're willing to go Bork, you can easily compensate for not going Bloodline. We're just going to hang around top side, farm Graves' jungle. This is vertical. We're pretty much only taking this jungle and this vertical area right here. And we're only going into our red side whenever our red's up, essentially. Because the golems and raptors take a while for us to clear, so in the early and mid game, it's not efficient for us to be there. Yeah, so we got this area locked down. Our red's coming up in 2 minutes. We do have a lot of items though. We'll go ahead and set up a back. Ooh, yeah, my E's on cooldown, so I'll just... I don't really want to gank this. Alright, I see Graves' bot. I'll go for it now. I'll use my Qs to get my E back on for cooldown. And E over the wall. Not bad. Well played by Xerath. Solid bait. This guy doesn't even have full jungle item. And he doesn't have Conqueror, and I do. This is why Ezreal beats a lot of junglers 1v1. Because... like you see, I have Conqueror and he has Phase Rush. So even though he had a little more HP than me having a rune that does damage and him having Phase Rush, I'm going to beat him 1v1. This is why Ezreal Jungle is actually pretty decent right now. Now we're going to go straight into Sheen. We're going to go for our Trinity Force. You pretty much want to rush straight into your Red Smite Warrior. Go straight for Trinity Force, and then usually you'll get a Bork. And then after that, you can either go for Maw, or you could go for Iceborne if you really need the armor. So if they had like a Zed mid or Talon, something that was killing you, you go Iceborne. But I don't think I'm going to go for Maw. Well, we'll see. We have a lot of item choices. We can go for Armor Pen. We can go for whatever we want after the Bork. First, we're going to get Trinity Force, obviously. Clear this out. Our red buff's up soon, so we'll hang out here for a little bit. Ezreal, once again. Buffs, Scuttle Crabs, ganks. 1v1ing people. It's your main objective. There we go. WQ. I didn't even have to W there. My Q would have been sufficient. I'm going to tear this turret down. Use our W on it. We'll hit the minions with the Qs to clear, to also give us more attack speed because of our passive. I'm going to let him have that. We can use our W. It refreshes our passive there. I need something to hit with my Q though. So watch this. It's about to end. My whole passive. Boom. Hit the Raptor over the wall, so I still have it. W the turret. Gonna do that Raptor trick again. Oh, I missed. Shit. Graves must be over there. I'm gonna go ahead and shove this in. My red buff is up, so is Dragon. This is a good time to do it. Very good time. And then your W does go through minions, so when Silas ran up there, if you can't hit him with a Q yet, you can just smack him with a W. Oh wow, I'm dead. I was really out of position. Dang. I was just really far out of position. I was just seeing how much damage I could do to Silas. We got our Phage now, and we'll go for our boots. I think that's the move. We'll go for Tabbies. They have lots of physical damage with the Darius, Ashe, Graves. They're only APs though, Lulu, Silas, and Silas is really far behind. That was bad though. I had my red buff up. We had Dragon up. Me dying there was really bad timing. Ooh, okay. At least I still have my Herald to use. It sucks whenever you die and then your Herald expires because you just can't even use it while you're dead. It's really bad. I think they're going to get this Dragon. I think Graves' red buff is still up. If they do get drag, I'll do my red straight into his. If they don't get dragon, then I'll know he did his red buff and I can just take it. Got my ult. Usually don't use it in snipe plays like this. Ooh, you just pushed him away from it. Shit. That's fine. We're gonna get my red buff. So it doesn't look like they took dragon. That means Graves probably took his red buff. Since his red was up, he's not gonna just leave it there. He would have done red or dragon. So we'll push straight into it. Keep our passive up. Gonna E in. Stay towards the back of the wall. As long as we hit the dragon with our Qs. And our we can also hit it with W as well. Keep our passive up. Wow, what is she doing? Well played by the Ashe. She had flash. Lulu used her sums. That's tough. I do have my tabbies now. It's going to make me a lot stronger. Graves has his red buff. We actually have a little more CS in Graves, which is really nice. And our Herald's working with Heimerdinger. That's hilarious. Really good. I didn't even realize I put it top. I thought I put it mid. I'm glad I put it top, though. Letting Heimer get a lot of value out of it. Good flash from the Heimerdinger. Gonna go ahead and finish off our Trinity Force. So basically, I fucked up there. My teammates were a little bit far behind in terms of their positioning. So when I eat in that early, I got myself killed. On Ezreal, unless you're very confident that you're not going to die, you don't want to eat that soon. Because then you have nothing. You're just stranded. I am going to be going for... what's it called? After Bork, it wouldn't really make sense after Trinity Force and I get my Bork. It wouldn't make sense for me to get Gauntlet since I already have the Sheen passive for my Trinity. So after Bork, probably just go for, I guess, Armor Pen. Armor Pen would be good. The Graves Grit and the Darius, I'm going to have to cut through them. The Armor Pen's also really good since your Qs apply the Bork on hit. Having that extra Armor Pen gives you a lot of % damage. Could even go for GA if we really wanted to. You don't normally go for Mana Moon on Ezreal Jungle since it takes time to scale. It's usually not worth it. Let's see if we can do full clear. Once you have your jungle item on Ezreal, a full jungle item, you can actually full clear pretty easily. And it's reasonably fast as well. So that's always an option once you have it completed. Your single target clears are preferable in the early game. You can take Dragons, Heralds really easily. Once again, guys, Ezreal's a level 2 jungler, kind of like Jarvan. You want to gank at level 2, and you want to start to get pressure on the map. He plays best in the weak early game junglers. And Graves, in this case, it doesn't matter. Since Graves all go phase rush now, the matchup's actually really easy because he can't solo you. Since you have Conqueror and he has phase rush, so he just doesn't have the damage. Your combos are really simple though. It's pretty much you hit him with the autos, and in between your autos you Q. So here we're gonna W Q him. We're gonna E red smite him, Q him point blank range, and he's dead. All right, Ashe is dead. We didn't get much value out of our ulti there. I want to get this blue buff. Gonna hit him with my W. I want to get my E off of cooldown is what I want to do. I'm also healing off of my Q. I don't know if you guys can see that. Nearly got him there. Let me get my E back off of cooldown. I'm also healing off of this thing. I'm healing substantially. Fighting near walls on Ezreal is really smart. If the enemies come after you, you can just pop over the wall. I'm getting back up to full HP off this Gromp. The enemies step up, they're going to get whacked. Ooh, there's Darius. On Ezreal, just make sure you come up behind the enemies in a gank. That way you have kill pressure. You can't just charge them from the front. I'm going to stay out of his range. Oh, wow. I went in a little early there. I thought Sarath was going to land his thing. I didn't really want Darius to actually hit me. Or kind of pushed up here. I have the wolf. I'm going to E over the wall. Ashe, fuck. That Ashe arrow got me good, man. Alright, we finally have our Trinity Force. If you are in a pinch or if the enemy team is absolutely full AD, then after your jungle item, going for Frozen Gauntlets would be a better choice because it's 1,000 gold cheaper than Trinity and also the armor. But in this case, they have 2 AP champs, so I think Trinity's still the better choice since we are fed. Or at the very least, we were quite fed. We're going to get red buff shoved straight in the dragon. Main's probably going to steal the red from us. It's whatever. I guess we'll just go straight for the drag. And that'll be good enough. I don't know. Maybe I should snipe this red buff from her. She'd be pissed. It's funny how many items she has. I guess she rushed straight into Rage Blade. I was going to say, I thought she had 2 full items, which is what I have. Which would have been surprising because I have way more kills than her. We're going to go straight for this dragon. Ezreal chunks dragons down super fast because his passive and his W. It is Q. Ezreal can use all of his abilities. You can only use your W on epic monsters, so dragons, barons, heralds. It's got super fast. We need to be a little bit more clean with our positioning. Since we don't have a tank, we need to try to poke the enemies down first before we try to all in them. Like in that situation with the Lulun Graves, I went in a little early. Oh, she flashed. That's funny. She was lined up against the wall, so it... Wow, nice. Good job, Zera. She was lined up against the wall, so it made landing that actually very easy. Me and Heimer can definitely do Baron together. Easily. I can use all my spells on it. My W, everything. I just need Heimerdinger's ultimate turret to tank. That way, because whoever's tanking Baron does half damage. So if his turret's tanking it, we're fine. But if I'm tanking it, like I'll be doing half damage. Oh, I smited early. Shit. I smited at 800. My smite only does 720. Dang. Got the Baron. Ezreal, super strong Baron pressure. The only thing Ezreal doesn't have is strong CC, but in solo queue that doesn't really matter. Like, we don't have a tank, but our early game pressure easily makes up for that. You just don't want to drag the game out. You want to try to build leads on Ezreal Jungle and you're good to go. And you need to learn how to kite. If you have no idea how to kite, then playing Ezreal, you might want to practice like in training tool or something. You gotta know how to move and shoot between every auto. How to weave in Qs in between autos, which really isn't that hard. Ooh, almost got her. Ooh, almost got her again. W the inhibitor. Nice. Go for this turret now. They're not. They can't really step up because they have no. Ooh. Got him. That E auto. Your E automatically shoots out an auto attack. Snipes them. It's OP. Got him. His auto damage is high. Got him. Oh, man. Oh, Lulu, you're going to pay for that. Alright, guys. GG. I hope you learned something about playing Ezreal Jungle. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. And go to the start of the video if you want to see the runes, items, elephant order, etc.